Yeah, so here my name is Jess Gregorian, and because I'm a screenplay writer and a writer, I would be super happy if Paramount Pictures and Disney and DreamWorks and the working title Universal Studio and MGM are interested in my project. This is my project about my family. It's about it's about me. It's about my brother, and it also includes the projects of mine like Happy Days and Educational Revolution, etc. So these are the projects of mine. I'm going to be reading them for you. So these are the Happy Days, the Beauty Insurances, Adoption Worldwide for Free. Then I'd like this cancer healing medicine, which is created by me to be somehow everywhere promoted through the pharma industry. They're probably able to sell this medicine the way it is, because I think they're able to make some kind of medicine out of it. Then educational revolution, meaning that all the schools should be really connected to life, and the education should be somehow updated and connected to life, and people actually learn things which are really useful and important in life. Then the early marriages, which would allow pregnant women or some really very early created families to persevere and to exist and to marry each other. Then replacement, yeah, all the cars through electrical ones. I think it is comprehensible because it is on time to replace all the cars through the electrical ones. I'm absolutely sure all these BMW are able to produce super beautiful cars just like the previous ones, and they just make it electra variation of it. Then adoption worldwide for free, obviously, it is clear enough. I'd like all street children, all the orphans to be adopted, and the same goes for all the street animals, because I think there are a lot of abandoned animals around the globe, and all the orphan animals should be adopted as well. At the same time, like the orphan children. And yeah, I think it is in time to allow disabled people or really people who are suffering or very old people to to exit the life without any pain and without sufferings, because the daily life is probably a really big suffering, so bigger suffering than the exit from the life. So how about they are able to get some injections, and instead of suffering they are able to pass away peacefully without any pain involved. Then I think it is possible to allow prisoners to plant trees or deliver some kind of social work instead of being imprisoned for eternity, and somehow equalize the damage they caused or not caused, and make it possible that a little amount of money is already equalizing this damage in the set free. And then I literally like to stop slavery in Germany, because the foreigners in Germany are literally enslaved. They're not getting any credit, they're not getting any possibilities of financial help, and they are literally the poorest part of society. So I'd like the foreigners to get at least 50% of the amount of money which our Germans getting, because in the end foreigners are non-stop working for Germans. I think it is unfair, because Germans are not particularly intelligent, and to take everything from foreigners doesn't mean that they're somehow great. I mean that it means that slavery is existing in Germany and should be stopped, because we're in the 21st century, and not one foreigner or not one black looking people should be working day and night for Germans to get everything, to possess thousands and hundreds of houses, or to be able to get the children, etc. So I think it is on time to stop German to be somehow enslaving people. I think it is possible to get homeless people at home, because this world is really a very big one, and if somebody is sleeping on the street, it's probably possible to get them some kind of small apartment. I don't mean like a super great private house like in somewhere in Beverly Hills, but I mean to get them some kind of decent apartment. It's really not so very expensive for the state, I would say, and a lot of very poor and very unhappy people are lying on the street of the entire Europe. I think it is a shame for Europe, because Europe is actually such a socially strong society. So why is European society not able to pick up all the poor and on the street sleeping people and give them a chance to have an apartment, for example, at least one bedroom or two bedrooms or whatever, so they are suffering less without this huge problems with social help, because a lot of times the bureaucracy and the a very big amount of black money is going through the hands of bureaucracy, so the people really aren't getting anything, but the bureaucracy is getting everything. So how about this bureaucracy is not existing, but people are getting to the apartments a little bit faster and easier. And then I think it is really on time to comprehend that even church workers and all these priests and monks and of every nationality and every religion should be allowed to marry each other. I think it is on time to give them a chance to build a family, because obviously they're human beings and they like to have sexual and corporal contact, which is obviously normal. So how about if there are some priests and they're homosexual and they're having sex, it's not it's not something which is to be appearing in a magazine as something horrible, but it's part of normalcy, because they're just human beings and should be able to marry each other, because nothing special about two men kissing each other. They should be having the same amount of happiness like everyone else. Working in the church doesn't mean they should be totally single for eternity and crying their eyes out and be homosexual, which is kind of against the law of the church. I think it is really to comprehend that even the church does revolutionize itself, and it does change with the time, with the run of time, and the churches of Catholic Church was enormously cool in the beginning of this religion, and was crucifying people, etc. But nowadays something like that is incomprehensible. So I think it is on time to let the church be a little bit more humanized and accept the marriages within the church, and just let these priests and these nuns to work continuously, because then it means if they're having family, they're more experienced in things they are talking about, they're more experienced, and they're more allowed to give some advices to families which are somehow in need of help. So and then I think it is really on time to give the police a lesson, because a lot of times they're enormously aggressive, dangerous people jumping at some citizens which are totally peaceful and asking for documents and always asking for something, asking for to look at their belongings or whatsoever without any reason. I think it is in time to stop giving money to police, because they just enormously satisfied with money already. They have too much money, and they are always jumping jumping at your possessions, and stealing your money, stealing your iPad, and stealing whatever, because they're thinking they're having a right to take over the belongings of everybody worldwide. So I'd like the police to get less money and to not get any extra money for bothering people, because if they're jumping just because you're having not the right skin color, or not the right form of your eyebrows, it's really not a permission to bother a person. So I'd like the police to stop getting money worldwide, because they do not deserve it, because they're aggressive and very, very dangerous people running around with a gun and molesting a lot of times, molesting people, and being enormously rude and enormously criminal themselves. So I'd like police to stop getting too much money, and to stop getting some kind of percentages everywhere worldwide, because they're just allowed to be cruel to everybody. It should be punished, this cruelty from the police, and everyone who already killed more than 3 or 4 people. Being a policeman should really retire, and should do some bureaucracy work, or just really change their job and never be as a police, because it is a shame that there are people running around with a gun, not comprehensive, and then they are able to kill people within their working time. It's kind of okay. So this is not okay. It should be punished, because it is better to save life, obviously. So I'd like everyone who's a policeman, policewoman, after killing 3 people or 10 people, really to do some bureaucracy work and not walk around with a gun on the side. And then I really think it is on time to delete security in supermarkets, because it is really a funny thing is how much eat and how much food is actually going wasted, how much is getting damaged within one day, and how much is thrown away, because food is obviously getting very bad within one day sometimes, or some days. And there is still security which is bothering people, because somebody is kind of not paying. The matter of fact, some people are just poor, not able to pay the food, and the biggest amount of people are paying food. So how about the security is just stop bothering people, and just disappear, and let the paradise somehow be created in the world, so people are around to get food for free. Nobody is actually made a criminal just because you stolen a fucking sandwich. So these are my goals for the United Nations, and I think there are going to be more goals, but these are just some 15 goals. And because I'm genius, I'd like to get Nobel Prize, some other prizes, and I'd like to cooperate with Hollywood and filmmakers, and all my books to become movies and animated movies. And I hope Pixar and DreamWorks and Disney are listening to me, and I'd love to get percentages on everything which is created by me, and all the intellectual property should be in my hands. Thank you so much.